I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It's graduation day, people. The Fresno trials, culmination. Really, tomorrow's the culmination because we're going to eat the same amount that we ate on the first day. Real quick, I'll cover what we're doing. Because every time I do a video, someone asked in one of the previous videos, actually maybe in the jalapeno, they said, you keep telling about this in every video. We get it. Listen, somebody's watching me for the first time right now, so it's good to explain. This is the Fresno trial. What we're doing is we're taking peppers, significant peppers, milestone peppers, readily available peppers, and we're doing a tutorial where we're eating peppers together. We started with a jalapeno. It's a 6-day class. On day 1, you eat just a little bit. Day 2, you eat a little bit more. And the idea is that on day 5, the goal is to eat an entire pepper. And each day that we eat, we're writing down on a scale of 1 to 10 how hot it was, how long it took for the burn to arrive, how long the burn stayed, where in your mouth did it burn, what type of burn, what was it like, what did it taste like, the aroma, how you felt after, did it give you cramps, the whole 9 yards. And the idea is that you're going to learn so much about yourself. On day 6, when you eat a little bit, and you write down what it tasted like and how hot it was, and you go back and compare it to day 1 where you ate the exact same amount, you're going to realize that your tolerance is rising. So really what we're doing is we're building tolerances. So there you have it. All right, so the first one we started with a jalapeno, which is between 2,000 and 8,000 on the Scoville heat scale. A Fresno, however, is 2,500, which is a little bit higher on the low end, as high as 10,000, so a couple thousand higher than a jalapeno. And if you're somebody who does this for if you're a chili head that goes kind of hardcore and eats pods, that's not even something that you'll notice. But when we're first starting out, that's a significant amount. So tomorrow we're going to be doing another Fresno, the same amount that we did on day 1, and we'll wrap up this series. The next one is going to be Serrano. So start looking for Serrano peppers because I'm going to start that one. Today is Thursday, probably Saturday. We'll see. Here is the interior of the Fresno pepper that I am eating. Beautiful, gorgeous red fruit. Ooh, the wall is beautiful. To me, it has kind of a cayenne flavor, just a little bit hotter. But I'm a fan of the Fresno. Someone in one of the videos I mentioned that this is one of the few peppers that where I've had a rogue one. I've had a rogue jalapeno, a rogue Fresno, I've had a rogue scorpion, and the warthog, and those are the 4 peppers that I've had been floored by. So I don't know, it can happen. It really can. All right, so we're gonna munch on this right now. We're doing this together. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Wow. Can you see me thinking? I'm processing what I'm eating. We might have a rogue on our hands right now. I'll know in a minute because I've only eaten the part that doesn't have most of the heat. I'll let you know in a minute. Wow. All right, so it was not sweet. It was fruity. No real floral notes, but a little bit of bitterness. That's the second hottest Fresno I've ever had, and I'm telling you right now, Fresnos are between 2,500 or so and 10,000. That was almost as hot as a habanero, which is 200. That was so much more than 10,000. I mean, it really was. It was almost habanero heat. The burn on that one is on my tongue and in my throat. Wow. That is almost as hot as the one that I had filming Super Hot. And that's funny because you guys didn't see that because it ended up on the floor of the editing room, as they say. But boy, that was a hot one. This was a piping hot Fresno. Like monster Fresno. I'm not sure of the Scoville on it, but I'll bet that was 100, which is so much hotter than the 10,000 ceiling that they give it when you read about it. Wow, I'm not fooling. That was amazing. All right, so right now you'll be writing down how hot it was. For me, I would say for a non-chili head, that was a 10. Promise you all day long. For a chili head, I'm telling you that's a 5. Maybe even a 6. It's crazy. Very, very hot Fresno pepper. It tasted sort of like a cayenne. Like I said, it was fruity. There was no real sweetness. There was no real floral notes, but there was a little bit bitter, maybe 3 out of 10 on bitterness. But what a very cool pepper. Just a wonderful example that we're doing this together. That was such a hot Fresno. I mean, I'm sweating, but partly because it's like a sauna here. I want to make an announcement. Yeah, sort of an announcement. There's going to be a weekly segment that I'm going to be starting. I'm not sure of the frequency right now. I know what the subject matter is, but I'm not telling you yet. I'll be doing a live stream at least once a week, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, but regularly with Tommy. It's not going to be pepper related. We'll let you know what it is. Obviously, if it's something you guys are interested, watch it. If you don't watch it. It won't hurt my feelings. But I think it's going to be interesting. It'll be a live show. It'll probably be somewhere between an hour and 3, depending on the topic and how it's going. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. So today's Thursday. We'll definitely start that next week, maybe even this weekend. I'm not quite sure, but get ready for that because it's going to be fun. It's going to be a live stream. We may alternate and do it one's on Chase the Heat, the next one on the Lifeboat, the next one on Chase the Heat. I'm not quite sure about that, but you guys are going to love it. All right, so listen, I'm glad you took notes. Congratulations for all of you that finished your full Fresno. Got a comment from somebody who said that, matter of fact, let me read it to you. Give me just a second, people. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. This is from David ZMH. I'm stuck on, this is the jalapeno. He was doing the jalapeno trial. I'm stuck on day 3. The first 2 days had no heat. All right. On the 3rd day, the heat was so unbearable, I stopped after 2 bites. That means I need to work on this jalapeno a little longer. So I'm really glad you said that, David. David ZMH. We're just throwing numbers out. It's a 6-day series because I don't think people want to see me eat the same pepper for a week and a half or 2 weeks. You know what I mean? But I want you guys to know something. David, especially talking to you, don't feel bad about that. I was stuck on Serranos for over a year. Easy. Part of it initially, I would say that, no, I'm positive. Initially, it was because of the heat. This is a long time ago. And once I got adjusted to the heat, I kind of stayed with it for a long time because I went through this wicked Serrano thing. But I was stuck on Serrano for a long time. So what you need to do is I thought about that. The potential of that is very real because newer chili heads, our tolerance is low, and there is such a, I mean, 2,000 is one thing, 8,000 is a different story. So knowing that can be the range, if you're brand new, you can have what happened to David, where the first 2 days, hey, it's no big deal. Day 3, you eat one that just lights you up. Don't feel bad. Stay on jalapeno. You know what I mean? And these are no set rules. We're just kind of making a video series for you guys to get to watch. You know what I mean? But as long as it takes you, here's the thing. You don't want to. You can attain hardcore chili head status, having never really hurt yourselves that badly. I promise you can. It's just going to take a lot longer, right? And you have to stay at it and be diligent, because tolerances drop really quickly. They drop faster, much faster than they build. Okay, so what I would tell you to do, David, and anybody else who's stuck, if you today, for instance, if you weren't able to eat an entire Fresno, there's no shame. No one is ever, at least I won't ever look down my nose at you for anything you do. I don't judge. I don't judge. All right, so don't worry about it. Just and email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com if you have any specific questions. But it's like I've said in the past, the best way it's really simple to increase your tolerance. And at the end of the video, go to Pepperology. There's a couple great videos about building tolerances. But all you got to do is eat hotter and more of it. All right? So in other words, if you're at jalapeno and you want to do more, you got to move up to a hotter pepper. You know what I mean? However, if you are stuck on, if you only have jalapenos that are available, because the nice thing is they're available almost all year round in most grocery stores. If you had 2 people, all right, 2 brand new chili heads that were starting at the exact same time, and all they had available to them were jalapenos, and they both get to the point where they can eat a jalapeno comfortably, like we did on day 5 of the tutorial with jalapenos. And they both, on day 5, they both get to the point where they eat a jalapeno, but one stays there and never eats more than a full jalapeno in a day. But this guy over here, this person over here, eats multiples, like a couple at a time, 2 or 3 at a time, and just snacks on them all the time. At the end of 2 or 3 months, even though they were essentially building their tolerance with the exact same pepper, the one on this side who's been eating multiples, even though it's just jalapeno you're working with, that person's going to have a higher tolerance. Meaning, they'll not only do better and have an easier time with jalapeno, but when they make the step up to a hotter pepper like habanero, if let's say both those people that I just gave you in the example, say, all right, they're buddies or twins. It doesn't matter. It could be identical twins. They're ready to move up to habanero. The person on this side who's been eating multiple jalapenos is going to have a much easier time the first day eating habaneros than the person who's only been eating 1 a day. So it isn't just a matter of eating hotter, but just more of it. You know what I mean? So there you have it. Thank you for joining me, you guys. I love you. I mean it. Get ready for the Tommy and Johnny segment. It's going to be fun. More news about that coming up soon. Join me tomorrow for the last day of the Fresno tutorial. Again, thoughts and prayers for everybody in Florida. I've had a bunch of them reach out. A lot of them still have no power, but holy cow. Keep, one in the chat, in the comment section. A 1 means virtual love. You're throwing support, good positive vibes. You're thinking about them, keeping them in your thoughts and prayers for those who pray. You'll see a 1. That's what that means. But please keep people in Florida in your prayers. A lot of them are just recovering from the last one that was just, 2-3 weeks ago? And here it is again. So anyway, right here you're going to see my son, Johnny Scoville Jr., and the lifeboat. And up on top, you're going to see Pepperology and the 26 most devastating challenges I've ever done. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.